I can help with next in line for Medi-Cal or food stamps.
Hi.
Hi, how can I help you today?
First of all, just so you know, I got I have vaccination. You're Sarah, right?
Yes.
Oh, hi. We spoke months ago.
Okay.
So there's been like a few developments. So what happened was, so I had got a letter in August of 2019 saying that if I didn't provide income verification, my Medi-Cal would end. And so, judging by the letter, it would have ended at the end of September, right?
Yes.
Okay, and that's because the date's on the letter, right?
Well, this is not a notice of action. This is a request for verification.
Yeah, but I mean, like, it would end, like, judging by the dates, if I didn't respond to it, it would end, like, when?
September.
Okay. So I didn't think that I had health insurance during October, and that would be the case based on that document if I didn't respond to it, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So then later, they claimed that like I did have health insurance for October, and I was like, because based on that I wouldn't have. And their explanation was that.
I know. I spoke
Oh, you
with
remember? Say
So
what?
brings you in again? Because we cleared this up that day.
Oh, do you remember? Mm-hmm. Okay, so they said that it was like sent to the wrong name, and I think this was from before. I think it. But you recall, or do you want to?
No, I recall.
Oh, okay. All right, cool. I was just checking. I just brought it just in case.
No, I recall. So how can I help today?
So I had come in another day, and a guy said that he would get like a document that explained the mix-up, like mailed to me.
Okay, so we spoke about this in the past, and I informed you that there is no such document. That has not changed since. So I don't know why you would come in again and ask for that again.
Oh, well, it was, I did. You mean this one?
No. This is a Medi-Cal eligibility letter, okay?
Yeah.
So if you went to another office and that was provided to you, which it was in Santa Ana, then if you have any other further inquiry, you should go ahead and go to Santa Ana, because we discussed this in this office, and I had informed you that, yes, I could provide this, but you had said this was not sufficient. So if this was provided in May 4th of 2021, then how can I further assist you?
Oh, it was like I came back here and I spoke with a guy who said he could get like he would send an email to get a letter about that like mix-up, and
when was this visit?
it was the last time that I was here. It should show on the computer.
The last time that you were here, do you recall when that was?
I have it somewhere, but I don't remember off the top of my head. But it's the last time I was at a social services office at all.
Okay, in June. On June 14th. Or excuse me, on June 11th.
And it's for here, right?
No. Not necessarily. I'm not familiar with this worker. You just went to a lobby.
It doesn't say which one.
It doesn't say which one. Let me look.
It was probably this. Yeah, I think it was this one, because this was the last one I was at.
Indeed, it was in this one.
Oh, okay, cool.
So yeah, he requested an eligibility letter, which is that. That's an eligibility letter.
That's all he said?
That's all it was.
Oh.
So that's why I'm saying that's the best that we could do. You requested it again, and it was given to you in May, and then it was requested in June, and notice of action was sent to you. So they just sent a notice of action. They didn't even send an eligibility letter because they saw that you had already been given one a month prior. So again, how can I help you today?
Notice of action. that was
That was what was mailed to you on the 14th of June.
Oh, okay. Okay, so got it. Okay, so
Do you have a bill from that time?
no, but what happened was that so I had gotten injured at the end of October, and I was like, oh, I don't have health insurance, and it created like a big issue for me. And then so later they were like, oh, you had health insurance then, and I was like, oh, well, based on the documents, it showed that I wouldn't have had it. But then
those documents, again, I'm going to reiterate what I reiterated back in April. That is not a notice of action. That is a request for information, as it says on the top of it, okay? So the request for information was given in August, and then it was due in September, okay? So you can't assume any discontinuance date based on those. Because like I had mentioned to you, if there is late processing, if there's anything, you know when you're going to be discontinued based on a notice of action, not based on a request for information. So again, I'm going to repeat my question. How can I help you today? What brought you in today?
Well, okay, so the notice of action was this one. Yeah, it says notice, so that means this one. Or the other one. These two, basically. The one with Michael Stewart name and then my name. These are the deciding documents that finalize it.
So what is your question today for me, David? I need to know how I can help you. So what is your question? What was the purpose of your visit today?
Oh, well, I guess I was just like...
because we've been dealing with this now for 4 months. So I want to make this the last time this is addressed. So what can I do so that we don't have to address this again?
Okay, well, I guess I just was like, I just felt like kind of, like it was kind of strange that they wouldn't give me a document that like explained it. Like they just, they want me to not, they want me to not have a paper that says it. And
paper that says what?
That says that I wouldn't have had health insurance in October, but due to an anomaly or a mishap, I did.
There was nothing that was, you assumed that based on this letter and the dates.
Yeah,
As I mentioned, that is just an assumption, and it's a wrongful one because nothing could be assumed from these due dates. Any discontinuance is only going to be mentioned in your notice of action.
But
would you like to see a Medi-Cal worker? I'm a Medi-Cal worker, and like I said, we've been dealing with this for 4 months. I've asked if you had a bill, if that's why you need a resolve. You've asked for an eligibility letter. You've been given it. You've asked for a notice of action. It's been mailed to you. You already even have notice of action. So I don't know how we can exactly help you. So even if I send a request for a worker, I have to send why I am sending a request for a worker to see after a Medi-Cal worker has already helped you.
But you mean it? But you're a Medi-Cal worker, right?
Yes, I am. But I'm saying even if I further ask for this so that you can seek further assistance from another one of my colleagues, I need to say why I could not have assisted you. So
well, it's okay if they have all the same powers that you do. If it's the same, then there's no reason to seek
because I don't really know what the resolve is. What is the point of this resolution that we need to reach?
Oh well, I guess like it's because if you had gotten like an injury like I did and you were...
But your coverage was there, sir.
But you didn't know that at the time.
No, but it doesn't matter. With Medi-Cal, like I said, if you ever have any bills, it can always be fixed. You just call Medi-Cal billing.
Yeah, but that's one of those...
At the time of injury, they just give you assistance. They don't refuse service.
But I didn't have the money for the service.
Were you billed at that time?
No, but I would have.
Did you pay out of pocket?
I would have.
Okay, but you didn't. So at this point, we're just speaking of what would have been, what could have been, and it's already passed and nothing is owed.
But what went wrong for me was that I didn't get timely medical attention because
Again, this was 2 years ago, and I'm letting you know, like I did back in April, you had the aid. You assumed off of a notice that has nothing to do when you're going to get discontinued. It's just telling you when you owe us verification back. Okay, so I'm just assuring you again that you already have the proof showing that you have had the aid in that Medi-Cal eligibility letter. So there is nothing further that any Medi-Cal worker could do for you, okay? Everything has already been given to you.
Oh, okay.
That eligibility letter shows that, okay, dated May, that you had coverage from the 1st to current time.
Yeah.
So I understand that it's frustrating that there was a mishap. I fully understand that. I put myself in your shoes. I understand that how could that have happened? But also put yourself in our shoes. We have a lot of cases. There's things that can and do go wrong. However, you had the coverage, and that's what matters most, okay? And you have the documents that verify that information. Okay, David?
Okay, let me think.
So at this point, we've already addressed this.
Yeah.
Okay? Do you want me to check to see if your Medi-Cal is active currently?
I think it is.
Okay. And then once that's done, you're done for today, okay?
Okay.
We've already addressed the issue, which is a non-issue.
Oh, okay.
And your Medi-Cal is active and current. Are you still at...
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Anything else I can do for you today?
No, I mean, the only last question, and you had already said it, but I just wanted to double check, like a paper that, like, these papers explain a lot, but they don't explain the mishap, and it just seemed.
Yeah, there is no such paper. The only paper we can give is to make sure that you were given the aid, and you have the aid.
You mean I have the paper?
Yes, which is that.
Okay. All right. I understand.
Yes, you.
All right. Cool.
David, when you're exiting, please use that side door.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Have a good rest of the day.
Have a good day.